What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Brett Graves. Thanks for checking out this episode of Perspective.
This week's episode, I talked to 4 of my teammates in Jacksonville about the challenges of living and playing in minor league baseball, and just kind of some of the travel and things that you don't get to see, things away from the field, away from the games from 7 to 10. So I hope you guys like them. Coming up next.
So in my opinion, the most difficult thing about being a minor league baseball player is just kind of being away from your life at home. Like, you don't necessarily get the same kind of family time because you're on the road so much that you would get like during the off season. And sometimes it's almost like a homesick feeling where you'll get tagged in something on Facebook, or my parents will send me videos of my friends over fishing with my brothers, or my dog running around the yard, and sometimes I don't even really want to see it, so I'll just open my Facebook to clear the notification and then just move on, because I don't necessarily want to know how much fun everyone's having back home when I'm sitting in a hotel waiting to play baseball games.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about how people just don't understand that. I think the people at home kind of see it as Tommy's out having a grand old time.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, we're blessed to get to do what we do, but just the struggle of the homesick feeling, because I can relate to that a lot.
It's like 50-50. Like, sometimes I'll even think about that when I go to the field and I don't want to put in the work that day. Like, one of my friends is sitting at home wishing, I wish I could be a professional baseball player, but he just never had the opportunity that I got. So it's like, sometimes I'll put myself in their shoes to make myself want to work hard that day, to give myself a reason to work, whereas then if you were to flip it the other way and you're in my shoes, it's like, man, kind of wish I could go to that barbecue this weekend with everybody. Like,
yeah, 4th of July just passed.
Yeah.
Everybody's at the lake.
Everybody's at the lake. Fishing,
2 baseball games,
barbecue, like bonfire, stuff like that. And I'm just sitting in a hotel waiting to play a baseball game that 50% of the fans at the game don't even care about the game. They're just there for the fireworks.
All right. Yeah. Amen.
So to me, the most difficult part of being a professional baseball player, specifically a minor leaguer, this may not be the most common answer, but I think a lot of people would agree with me. Playing every day is very difficult. You can get burned out pretty easily. You go into the off season. I hear a lot of players, they're so eager to get back to playing, and I'm like, man, I need a break. Like, that might just be me. I love the game of baseball. I love playing. I love competing, but a lot of the other stuff isn't that fun for me. Like working hard isn't fun a lot of the times. It's necessary if you want to be good at anything in life. But man, it's tough to get up and go to the gym after you've played 30 straight games. It's tough to bring your A game after you sat on a bus from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and then you got to face a 94-mile-an-hour starter with a good curveball, a good changeup, and a cutter that night. So as a position player, someone who plays every day, it's difficult. Most jobs are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5-ish, but baseball's every day. Man, we get about 1 off day a month. A lot of the time you're not playing in front of a ton of fans, you're not playing on the nicest fields, you're not getting quality nutrition, quality sleep. I know that sounds like a lot of complaining, but I think you got to be realistic. I think the goal is achievable, making it to the major leagues, and that'll be sweet. But even then, you're still playing 162 games, and that's a lot of baseball. So, like I said earlier in my question, you really got to love the game. And I do love the game, but playing every day can be tough. I'd say the number of games and then the travel, to narrow it down, are the 2 toughest. This league we're in right now, our shortest bus trip is 6 hours. So we haven't had an actual day off the whole season. Take away the All-Star break, because all of our travel days we've been on a bus for 10 hours. So that really wears on your body. Just the sacrifices you have to make, maybe with your wife or family or your friends, is tough. So Those would be the two toughest things about playing minor league baseball to me.
The most difficult part for me, honestly, is probably the bus rides. I mean, I've moved up the system pretty quick, and bus rides by far have been the hardest thing for me. It's just you sit and sit and sit for 6-7 hours, get in at 6, and then you have to get up and play in a couple hours, to where that night of sleep is not good because you can't really get comfortable, because sometimes you have to share a seat, and if you get on the floor you might get stepped on numerous times. So I would say the bus rides for sure is the hardest part for me.
Generally speaking, I think the travel, the food, and just trying to mature yourself along the way, that can get tough at times. You know, depending on what league you're in, you know, you're taking 5 to maybe 10-hour bus trips. You know, you're kind of having to make your own food decisions in terms of, you know, you may stop late at night like we do, and you only have a McDonald's. And then the maturing piece is just, you know, it can be tough at times. You know, that's why, you know, guys that go to college, they may have a little bit of an edge because they've had the 3 to 4 years to kind of figure out who they are and, you know, what they want to do as a baseball player, and they've learned how to mature, and they've struggled in a controlled environment where you're not on your own. You know, you have your coaches to develop you. But personally speaking, you know, I have a 1-year-old daughter at home, so it makes it really tough to be away. And, you know, at the end of the day, I just have to look in the mirror and remember why I'm doing it, and there's a greater picture involved, and that's kind of what makes this tough, but it also makes it bearable for me because, you know, at the end of the day, I know I'm doing it for her, and, you know, her best chance at the life she deserves is me making it to the big league. So.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this episode of Perspective. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a pair of custom cleats by Katie Custom Kicks, this package from Evo Shield, and a pair of these sunglasses from Under Armour. So I appreciate you checking out this channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to enter to win.